But so, Cenk, tell me more about your thinking.
Yeah.
Timeline, what are you weighing? How serious are you?
Yeah.
Give us the details.
So I already thought about it before, and I rejected it because I know what they're going to do. You know, you're an outsider, radical. They're going to dredge up things from 1987 and when you were a junior in junior high school.
They already did that.
Nigger this or nigger that. Okay, so they're like, all right, you cover that Jerry Rice looking nigga. Nigger. Niggerly.
His ranch was called Niggerhead. Fucking Jews and niggers.
Oh, you're a nigger?
Doing fucking nothing and being a lazy nigger.
They were nigger lovers.
It don't give a nigger time to learn his lesson.
I think they did that to you.
Yeah,
That's right.
of course.
If I were the the benevolent dictator of the world, I would legalize bestiality where you are giving, you are pleasuring the animal. You see what I'm saying? Okay.
And look, if we're being honest, the number one problem is mainstream media.
Sure.
Mainstream media is the shock troops of corporate politicians, both corporate Democrats and corporate Republicans.
Yeah.
Their job is to eviscerate any outsider. So that's why do you think progressives aren't running? I've talked to at least half a dozen progressives and tried to convince them to go in the race. And they're like, I don't want my life ruined. Who's going to ruin their life? Joe Biden? He's in a bunker somewhere. No, it's going to be ABC and NBC and CBS and CNN, MSNBC, New York Times, Washington Post. They're going to go to any outsider and shred him to pieces.
Sure.
And I'm now so desperate for making sure that we win that I think I'm already destroyed, right? Like they've already attacked me 10,000 times, right? So come at me, bro.
Because so there's was the case that we covered where there was a guy or a girl or something that was pleasuring a horse, and the horse came to a conclusion, right? So who got harmed? I mean, if you really asked the horse, did you mind? The answer's got to be, no. Do you see what I'm saying? No.
So come at me, bro.
How can I help Republicans?
It's crazy for me to consider it.
As I mentioned, there's a big announcement. Here to make that announcement in the capacity as a guest is Cenk Uygur.
Yes.
Cenk, you do have this big announcement, although you've already kind of made it on the set of Breaking Points, but now it's official.
Yeah. No, I had not yet made up my mind, but I have now, and I have filed. I will be running for president of the United States of America.
No, dude, no fucking way. Stop.
So come at me, bro.
I will be running for president of the United States of America.
How can I help Republicans?
Right now, Joe Biden is down 24 points in the economy, 19 points on jobs when he actually did better on jobs than Trump did. 19 points on jobs when he actually did better on jobs than Trump did.
Go line item. Inflation, 23 points to the Republicans' favor. The economy, 24 points. Immigration and border, 24 points. 19 on creating jobs. Foreign relations, 5 points. Medicare and Social Security, we start going to the other side of the seesaw. According to data from the Labor Department's Bureau of Labor Statistics, the U.S. economy created roughly 6.4 million jobs during Trump's first 3 years in office. Meanwhile, in the first 32 months of Biden's term, the U.S. economy has created nearly 14 million jobs.
This is grossly unfair. The American people have it totally wrong. First of all, Medicare and Social Security, only a 2-point difference for the Democrats. Are you kidding me? The Democrats have always protected Medicare and Social Security.
When I argued that we should freeze federal spending, I meant Social Security as well. I meant Medicare and Medicaid. I meant veterans benefits. I meant every single solitary thing in the government.
The Democrats have always protected Medicare and Social Security. The Republicans propose to cut it every time they get power. Every time. Oh, well, you said we're worried about the deficit, blah, blah, blah. They don't like it.
I'm not going to cut Social Security, and I'm not going to cut Medicare or Medicaid. As sure as you're sitting there, you're keeping your Social Security. I want to leave Social Security as is.
For the Democrats to have only a 2-point advantage on that is a crime against the truth. Creating jobs number, it's the exact opposite of what's true. So Trump has a 49-30 lead against Biden, and a stunning 19-point lead when Biden has created twice as many jobs. Michael just read you the actual numbers.
First off, these jobs were not created. These are jobs that have been recovered.
Biden has created twice as many jobs.
These are jobs that have been recovered. Because you might remember that the global economy was put into an artificial coma thanks to the global pandemic. But if you're going to claim that these jobs were created and not recovered, then by that metric, you'd have to say that President Trump created nearly 12.5 million jobs between May 2020 and January 2021. So the reality is that post-pandemic job growth under Trump was a rebound, and under Biden, it's a continuation of that rebound. But instead, Biden and his team have been trying to spin the jobs numbers to try and paint Joe Biden as some kind of economic savior.
I'm considering running against Biden, and I'm still telling you, are you crazy? The jobs numbers are Biden's best asset. Like, he's done really well with that.
Biden has been spinning the jobs numbers like this since at least April 2021.
This morning we've learned that our economy created 900,000 jobs in March. It means the first 2 months of our administration has seen more new jobs created than the first 2 months in any administration in history. We have added 6.4 million new jobs since January. It's the most jobs in any calendar year by any president in history.
Do you see how slimy this is? You can't present job numbers from the first few months of your presidency and take credit for it.
You've got to be fair, right? Nope. Losing by 19 points on that. 19 points.
Now, Biden can spin the jobs numbers any way he likes. But here's the thing. No one is buying it.
You have to confess, Biden has been awful. We must change course. He has at best a 10% chance of winning. Donald Trump is an actual fascist.
The good news is when I ran for Congress, I mean, it was a tiny little raise. We raised like 1.3 million in 3 months. I mean, if anybody can raise money, it's me from the grassroots, right? And I'm a successful businessman, if I might say so myself. I have some credibility in running things, managing things, etc.
The reason is in 2016, I didn't know quite how crazy Donald Trump was. I thought he was not very intelligent, not very good businessman, not very competent.
And I'm a successful businessman, if I might say so myself.
But I didn't know he was full-blown nuts.
Disastrous news for some Republicans, namely Donald Trump. And then Donald Trump all the way down at 8% with Ron Paul, who he called a loser. Huh. Funny, you're tied with the so-called loser. Trust me, Donald Trump's 10 times the loser Ron Paul is. Trump, that disastrous joke, that guy has 0% chance of winning. And good luck. You guys get behind that and see how that turns out for you.
You've got to get Biden out of the race. Thank you for winning in 2020. But if he loses this time around, it's not just his problem, it's all of our problems. I actually think democracy's on the line.
They say he is not a serious candidate. So now, presented with this, Donald Trump seems a little discouraged lately.
If you guys want to have a stronger candidate in this race and you want to beat Donald Trump, you're going to make that happen. JankForAmerica.com or in any way, volunteering, whatever you want.
What? Why are people attacking me? And it turns out they keep pointing out all my bankruptcies. Boo-hoo! Oh, he gonna run. He gonna run. I don't mean he gonna run for office. I mean he gonna run from that race. You remember what I told you. He's never gonna run for the office in the first place because then he would have to reveal his financial records, which are a disaster. What a joke this guy is. And now he's saying, everybody's being mean to me. I might not run. Did they hurt your feelings, Donald? Get.
And so if it takes me running, then that's what I'm going to do, and we're all going to do it together.
Get.
Since I'm a naturalized citizen, there is this mythology that you cannot run for president, and I'm sick of it. It is definitely wrong. It is constitutionally wrong. Case law proves that it is wrong definitively.
No person except a natural-born citizen or a citizen of the United States at the time of the adoption of this Constitution shall be eligible for the office of president.
There's about 25 million naturalized citizens in America. And the very first thing we always hear is, ha ha, you can't run for president.
Boo-hoo!
Well, it's a way of alienating us and making us feel like, oh, you guys aren't as American as we are.
Everybody's being mean to me.
And the very first thing we always hear is, ha ha, you can't run for president.
Everybody's being mean to me.
The fact that naturalized citizens have 100% identical rights as US born citizens, and that is because the Constitution was amended by the 5th and 14th Amendments.
Natural-born citizen. What does that mean? Well, that's easy. It just means someone who was born in the United States.
And I have filed, I will be running for president of the United States of America.
No person except a natural-born citizen shall be eligible for the office of president.
Ha ha, you can't run for president.
Did they hurt your feelings?
Yeah.